Hey YouTube, Doug Wallman. Today I'm here to do an unboxing of an item or items I got from micbooster.com. It's a stereo field mic recording kit, or here they call it field recording kit with stereo clipping microphones, 3.5 millimeter. So it's got a stereo bar so I can mount the little lavalier microphones on either side and spread them out to 50 centimeters, which is the ideal. What do they say? The recommended microphone spacing for a good stereo image is 50 centimeters. And I got a few other items in. I got a few other items in there too. But we'll stick with just basically the stereo clipping microphones, the field recording kit. We'll do an unboxing of that next. All right. Supposed to cut away from you, right? This looks like it's rather sealed up. Ooh, that was, yeah, it's all good. So this isn't really part of the kit. This is part of something else. I'll explain that a little bit later. Same with this other stuff. What the deal is, I'll explain it. I have this extra microphone capsule that I got from DigiKey. It is the AOM-5024L-HZ-R. I ordered a couple of them. I crudely kind of put one together and made my own microphone, but it looks kind of like crap. So I'm going to make this look a little better, plus I'll make the remaining one with this mic capsule. That's what that's about. So there you have that. So I think the remainder of this is the microphone kit, or the field recording kit with stereo clipping microphones, 3.5 millimeter. And here's the microphone bar, so you can space things apart correctly. So that's kind of cool. I'm probably not going to struggle too much with it on camera. Well, it's not hard, see. Now they don't include what to mount it on, but I have stuff around here I'm sure that'll work. A microphone stand. And I think they have the adapters in here. Let's maybe get that out of the way. Yeah, nice touch. Just the normal foams if I need that. Here's more of the wind. They call these Rycode or something. I don't know, but it's more for the wind. Yeah. Oh, this one. One of these. I'm thinking one of these is actually an already assembled one. I forgot about that. I also ordered an EM272M, which is supposed to have, it's supposed to be less susceptible to RF noise and interference. So I almost forgot to mention that. Although some of the other parts are in here for assembling my own microphone. But yeah, there is actually another a fully assembled microphone in here, along with parts that are for the other project I'm working on. Sorry, little sidetrack there. But yeah, but the EM272M is, I think maybe 8 decibels less or something, maybe 6 or 8, something like that. But it is much more tolerant of RF, or like if I had one of my things connected for mobile record. I can't really talk right now. If I don't want to connect via cable, I can use my Elvox-Con, but I noticed that had some weird artifacts when I used that with my EM272. Like, that doesn't sound right. So I thought, well, maybe this would take care of that situation. Anyway, let's get back to this. So here's that one connector I was talking about for helping you mount on top of your stereo, or sorry, on top of your microphone stand. I think that would help in that situation. Oh yeah, so this is gonna plug in that way with just one 3.5. For some reason, I wasn't quite sure if they're going to be two separate ones, but in either case, I have this to help me split them up if I so desire. I'm prepared. So I think I would do it this way if I was going to connect in such a manner that I needed to do it this way. Separately, I think I could do it that way, or I probably don't actually need to do that. I probably don't, but in either case, I'm prepared. All right, so it looks like these are just going to mount directly on here. I don't think there's going to be too much problem with me figuring this out, but I do tend to fumble even when I'm generally in good shape for figuring stuff out. I'm not too great at video yet, so I'm already kind of fumbling around a little bit. It's just how it is for me, I guess, on video. There we go. I imagine this would mount to something I already have. Like in this instance, it would probably mount to this tabletop. I'm thinking it would, but I have another stereo bar on here right now. I don't know that that'll work right off the bat, but we may have to possibly adapt. But yeah, that's not going to work. But I'm not going to use this anyway. I'll figure out what works, probably off camera. I mean, this, if I'm doing ASMR, I'd want something on my desk, but I know I have adapters around, I just don't have them necessarily in front of me right now. I'll take a quick look to see if I have one connector over here. Nice. Hopefully you don't see my messy drawer full of stuff. I know I have a connector that may work. And even though I have that messy drawer, that actually may have been the thing that will cause this to work. Yep. Just don't want this to fall off and hit my MacBook screen or something, but looks like that'll work. It's not on there super tight right now, but I think 50 centimeters is roughly 19.685, so I'm going to say roughly 19 3/4 inches. Whoops. So I need to tighten these up so they don't. And I see there's a little play right in there, or you could set it up there too or you could do that. I'm just curious exactly if I set it up in this outmost position, it's a little closer to like a little over 20 centimeters, so you'd probably want to bring it in a little bit. Might be a little more out. All right, they're going to say that's pretty close. I'm not sure what I'm capturing here on camera. Yeah, probably move it a little bit. You get the general idea. Might have to actually back that up. And of course, these are going to mount on top of here. I don't know. I think you can. The clips aren't really in place yet, but of course you can make that happen. I'm not going to mess around too much with that. You could probably clip it on there, but it looks more like you could do a better job than that. I shouldn't have even done that. You can probably directly squeeze them in here. Man, that's kind of a pain, actually, but I'm pretty sure you could. That's kind of a tight fit. Yeah, it does work though. There we go. And that's roughly, I'm going to say 19.5, 19.75. So that should be a good stereo image. Now, if I wanted to, I could actually plug this in and we could configure it. I'll do that next. So we could actually hear what this sounds like, even though it's maybe not the application we would use it for. We'll see what it sounds like. But I have to kind of reconfigure the Rode Micro AI. All right, well, I got it configured. I did have to use that extra cable I was showing you, and that did not come from MicBooster.com, because with this Micro AI, and I was warned about this through some research, that some stereo pair microphones like this may not work when you disconnect it to the what do you call it, stereo input. So I had to use a splitter and plug it into mic 1, mic 2 essentially. Like for example, if I was going to do ASMR, I don't want to get all this hair everywhere. It is, I noticed like in the packaging there was lots of fibers everywhere. So and as I'm monitoring with the Rode AI Micro, it's all mono, so I can't really tell right now that it's split, but I know that it is because I could tell by looking at the signal, input signal. But essentially this would be more for out in the field, but you know, I may use it inside. It sounds pretty good, probably more of a natural stereo sound. I think if you spaced it just right and maybe put a dummy hit in between, you'd have that one binaural, is that what it's called, type of effect. But right now I'm just happy to have this. All right, so yes, that's kind of cool. if I was going to do like ASMR using this, I'd probably lower it by putting it on a different stand in front of me, but this way you can kind of see what it looks like. Kind of cool. Could probably actually focus on one of them. Yeah. I'd have to turn up the gain to make that probably more like what it should sound like. But yeah, it's probably more for just being out in nature. And if I was going to use it inside, I'd probably either conceal it, like I said, or I'd have it lower it in front of me. I don't mind my mic showing up in my videos. I just wouldn't want it like way the heck up there. Maybe something more like that. Even that's a little bit weird, but I bet it's for a pretty natural sound. I could also mount them above me out of frame. I don't know, I'm just curious what it would sound like. Of course, you'd have to increase the gain. Testing 1, 2, 3, testing 1, 2, 3. It's really more for field recording, getting out in nature, recording birds and trains and other things like that. But I thought I'd give a quick sample of what this sounds like. Actually, we'll go outside, use it how it's supposed to be used, and we'll see what it sounds like coming up next. I got up early for the sunrise and just checking out the scenery here at a local nursery. Do I need to move this microphone? Anyway, this is one of my favorite places.